Hey, so it's Wednesday, and it's time for another Where in Escambia County Am I? The problem is, I'm not in Escambia County today. I'm actually in Santa Rosa County, so I don't want to change the whole title, but I am in Santa Rosa, so where in Santa Rosa County am I? Well, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to meet up with a guy named Michael, and we're going to get an exclusive today, and I'm going to take you with me. So what's the exclusive? We're in Santa Rosa, and the last time I was at this same exact location, there was a bunch of shovels in the ground. Well, here's Michael. Let's go find him. Here he is. Catch back up with you in a minute. All right, I'm here with Michael. Hey, Michael. All right, bud. So what are we doing here today?
So right now we're walking the the future medical examiner's office. As you can see, we got a 20,000 square foot with a tilt panel facade, and if you want to take a look inside, we can.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that that's what we're gonna go do. So let's go walk inside, and I think we're gonna enter through this door over here.
This will eventually be our storefront entry, but for now we got a plywood entry.
Okay, so do you mind saying anything when we get inside and just telling the viewers what rooms we're in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hey, let's get inside and then we'll go ahead and talk in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it inside, and I'm going to go ahead and let Michael take over the voice from here.
So we are in the lobby area. Something unique about this area is it's actually bullet resistant. You can see here, this is a kind of a compressed fiber mesh. It's resistant up to 9 millimeters. In case anybody has a hard time dealing with the loss of a loved one. Ultimately, this is the medical examiner's office. So
I'm going to go through the family room real quick,
absolutely.
because I know there's an area in here with this panel, and I'm going to just show the thickness of this bullet resistance here. That's kind of neat. All right.
We definitely will be doing tests on it with our spare panels that we got.
Yes, sir. I'm going to show this hallway here that just kind of been painted, and then we can pause the video because these are a bunch of rooms through here, and we'll go ahead and pause. And again, the reason I didn't want to show the offices, these are offices and admin areas, and we'll go to the back and I'll show you something a little bit more interesting.
So this is the investigator's bullpen. Ultimately, a lot of people come from out of town depending on the cause of death for some of these people, and it's kind of who knows who comes here. You might run into the FBI, CSI, whoever it might be, come in, drop off their stuff, and figure out what's wrong.
All right.
Something interesting about this is we have a built-in white noise. Ultimately, these are cubicles, so we're doing everything we can to suppress the noise within the motion sensor.
Gotcha. That's pretty interesting. All right. Next place. All right.
So nothing special about this corridor, but something interesting, and this is a medical term. This is what we call the stink wall.
On the left.
On the left here.
Okay.
Ultimately, its purpose is to separate the smell of any decomposing bodies from the administrative half.
Which is on the right-hand side of this hallway we just walked through. All right, well, thank you. And on to the next spot. Sorry about the sun there. There's one garage door here, there's some back area here, and then another garage door. You want to...
Yeah, so this is the intake area. Ultimately, this is where whoever has passed away will come in, and right into this window here is where the tech office lives, and everybody working in here will ultimately basically do the intake of the next body.
Of the deceased. And then I think what I saw over here, this would be the facilities restroom for
the morgue supervisor.
For the funeral directors or the morgue supervisor?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then this is, I know it's makeshift now, but this is the actual door.
Yeah, so
where
this is actually going to be a sliding door.
Sure.
But walking in, we're walking into the intake and receiving area. There will be casework on both sides of the wall.
Okay.
Cameras everywhere to
Sure.
monitor ultimately what's happening.
Okay, on to the next space.
This is the decomp cooler room. As of now, it's acting as a storage room for our construction activity. it leads directly into our first autopsy room, which this is the decomp autopsy room. The smaller of the two, but still has plenty of firepower to it. If you can see, these are called downdraft autopsy stations. You can see kind of this large, technically this is underground duct, and what ends up happening is this will pull all the, I'm gonna call it nasty air, out from underneath the body, pump it back through into the walls and out through the building so that eliminate as much smell as possible.
And this room that we're actually standing in will just be really, really cold with air conditioner. And the room we walked through, that he said the decomp freezer, basically chiller, this will be actually a refrigerated room, a freezered room, decomposition, correct?
Yes. So
okay.
This room will be chilled to 38 degrees.
Okay.
Ultimately, trying to preserve the
Sure. Slow down decomposition, and it'll be 4-inch thick panels, is what we were talking about.
Correct. So
okay.
to achieve the refrigeration, more or less, there are 4-inch insulated panels that get wrapped around the entire room.
Sure.
This room that we just walked into is the main body cooler.
Okay.
Fun fact, this is probably 8 times the size of the current cooler at their current facility. So
wow.
We are gonna have a hard time filling this space, and
we hope it's a hard time.
We hope it's a hard time.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, then we're headed to the next area. I'll just take a break. Now we are into another room. There are people in here. I don't want to get them on the camera. I'm going to go ahead and spin slowly while he speaks.
So this is the main autopsy room, similar to the decomp autopsy room, but this is the crown jewel of the building. You can see up top there are clear story windows to allow some good natural light to come in here. Ultimately, we want to do everything in our power to make this a comfortable space for the people working here. On the wall, these are backdraft autopsy stations. They operate in a similar manner to the downdraft, but they get pulled from the wall instead of from the ground. But we do also have 2 more downdraft stations.
So we have 5. There's 5 stations in here, and they do the downdraft or the wall draft that takes the nasty air, as you called it, out of the building.
Correct.
And then the floor is slanted,
that
and
way
you can drain.
Yep. You can
clean up to the floors.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll go to the next station, and all right. Okay. Right now, I'm standing in what is the X-ray room. Real cool thing about this room, the whole entire room is lined in lead. I'll show you that in a minute. But they have a pocket in the back, just like medical facilities, where they're safe. From exposure here. Well, and I say lined in lead because here is the lead, and it goes 7 foot up. So that is, I guess, standard. Is that the standard lead? Okay. So that's protected in there, and then they can wheel in and do whatever they have to do. And I guess is there hopes for the...
So there will be both a X-ray machine and a CT scanner.
CT scanner, okay, at a minimum, okay. And then hopefully, I guess she has hopes for something else in the future, but...
Yep.
All right, well, we're gonna go and try to find just maybe one more room or so and keep it moving. So I've left the building, and I'm outside where there's going to be a outside exit, and then there's a side entrance here. Kind of goes back into this meeting conference room, and I know it's hard to tell, but they've got this here, and that's a partition wall because this becomes the conference room area here. And then I didn't show you the entire video, the entire building. Didn't want to give the entire layout so everybody knew, but we're back to the main entrance here. The restrooms here, back to the family room, the big window when you first walk in, and then another window in the back for an office. So I showed all the some of the cool rooms that I had seen when I came in. So we're gonna go take a step outside, and I'm gonna show you a feature outside to keep this building and to keep everyone that's here high and dry. All right, so there was a re-ask, and they had to go the medical examiner had to go back and they had to ask for a little bit more. And the reason more money was asked for was this right here, this sand chimney that was put in, and it runs the length of this area, and that's about 900 feet. And what it is where I'm standing to where this area is roughly 15 feet. And then underneath this sand area, that's down here, is another 30 feet dug down into the clay. And what this does is it allows for proper drainage for everything here. Now, it should never flood up past here, because what they've done is dug all the clay out and then put sand in. And what that does is allows the water to come in off of all of this area that will be paved, right? And then all of the area over there, it'll come down in here and it'll drain into the sand and then into the ground. That's a lot of area, 900 feet, and then 30 foot past here, and then 15 foot tall, that it should be able to drain properly and not flood any of the surrounding area. Again, I'm in Santa Rosa County. Hey, I want to thank you, and on the behalf of Michael, I'll tell you what, hey, thank you, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the medical examiner for allowing me to take this video. Where in Santa Rosa County was I today? I was here bringing you exclusive first shot images of how far along and where the medical examiner's office is headed. So tune in next week to see where I end up. Where in Escambia County am I? I'll see you there. Thanks.